What's up, you guys? I'm sitting down with singer-songwriter Mason Ashley, all-around queen. Don't go away.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Honey, you wear that smile well, but this was never a show and tell. Go on, convince me of your lies.
I love this video. Man, I love this video. So it's your new hit single, Show and Tell.
Yes.
Can you tell us about what inspired you to write these lyrics? And the video is so emotional, and I love all these beautiful women being featured in this kind of vulnerable way.
Thank you. I actually wrote this song like 4 years ago, and it was at the time it was like a high school relationship kind of song. Like this guy kind of screwed me over, and it was like one of my first like heartbreaks, and I sat down and wrote the song. I don't even remember writing it. It just kind of like poured out of me, and I wrote the song, and I'm 4 years later still singing it because I connect with it in totally different ways now. And so then we had the idea for the music video to bring in, every woman in her life has been in a situation where she's felt like she's been screwed over by a man usually.
You can say that again.
Yeah. So it's kind of a way of like showing that we all have different stories, but it all comes together and we can support each other, and that's kind of what we wanted to do. So
it really shows, and people are loving it. Like just
Thank
last
you.
night I was checking, it's well over 1 million views on YouTube. It's a really special video, and it just looks amazing, the production value. Did you shoot that? You are from Dallas. Did you shoot that in Texas?
Houston.
Houston. Sorry, I'm mixing up Texas. Not familiar. Gotta visit.
Yeah, we shot it in our small town outside of Houston, and I was going to pick some girls that I thought would be good in the video, and I decided last minute just to post kind of like a casting call thing on my Instagram, and all of these girls wanted to do it. We were only gonna have a few, and then we had like so many responses. I was like, everybody just come, we'll fit everybody in it. So we had all of these different women, and some of them I'd never even met before that just saw it and wanted to do it. So
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really diverse group, which I love that. And you have been writing songs forever.
Mm-hmm.
Has that always been kind of your first passion in life?
Oh yeah, for sure. I started when I was, I think, 9, really doing it, and then I was so even serious about it back then, and then I started performing when I was 12, and it's just always been like the thing, the first choice. So.
And then your last full EP, Strangers, that was a really vulnerable piece of work for you. Do you have kind of a new album or EP coming?
I have a new single that'll be out in January, and we just shot the music video, I think 2 weeks ago, and that'll be out in January. And that's kind of a different style. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more edgy. I think it'll be really, really cool and different. So.
And is music, because we were talking about how stylish you are, love the style, and I feel like it really does go with your musical vibe. You have a very unique voice. Is art kind of your interest? Is it a full embodiment when you're dressing yourself, when you're writing your music, when you're producing it?
Absolutely. I actually went to cosmetology school last year, 2 years ago, graduated, and everything to me, all of that goes together. It's definitely all art to me. And so I like to just play with all of it, style and hair, makeup, and kind of, it definitely goes together for sure.
I saw your winged eyeliner. I was like, she's for real.
Thank you. That actually is a lot of work, but
I can't do it. I can't commit because I get the shaky hands, and I'm like,
no.
you have to. But if you start, you have to fully
Finish
commit.
it. Oh yeah.
Oh man. I'm curious though. You have a unique sound. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ingrid Michaelson.
Oh, thank you. I love her.
But it's different. Where do you draw your inspiration from musically? Obviously, your voice is your voice,
Right.
but kind of lyrically and the genre you hit in.
I listen to everything. I really do. I listen to rap. I listen to a lot of indie rock kind of stuff, and then older music, alternative stuff. But I love people like Ingrid Michaelson, and I think that this style has really come from just all the different genres I've listened to. I never really sat down and was like, I want to sound like this person. It just kind of came together, and I don't know. Now I like it. I feel like it's really me, and I'm just going to stick with that.
I am curious, can you tell us a little bit about your writing process? Because I know I read that you can write your songs in usually under an hour.
Yeah, I've actually written, and I didn't know that was weird. Like, a lot of people came out and they were like, oh, that's crazy. I mean, I think what it is honestly, I let my like emotions build up a lot and I don't talk about things. So then it just like piles up, and then all of a sudden I'm like at a restaurant, I have to go to the bathroom and write a note in my phone, and the whole song's done in 5 minutes. And so it's like, I don't know, Show and Tell was one of those I wrote in probably less than 20 minutes. The whole song was done. And I don't think I even went back and edited anything. Like, it was just done.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's so weird. It really does just kind of happen that way. I never sat down and was like, I've tried to actually sit down and write a song, and it never turns out how I want it to. It just has to like come to me, and then I work on it, work from that, which can be annoying because then if I have writer's block, like that goes on for a long time.
Oh, yeah. But what is the process of writer's block? I'm so curious about that because I feel like in every art department, there's some form of that, but writer's block seems awful.
It's so annoying. I will be grumpy. Like, my mom knows I will be grumpy, and then like I think my problem is I haven't written. And I really will. If I can't write, like, I will feel so just, like, closed up and upset. Like, I will get really grumpy. It's bad. But it's definitely just, like, I mean, I'll sit down and be like, I want to write a song. And then I'm just mad. Like, I'll be mad at my piano just sitting there. Because it just can't, I don't know. Even if I write something, I just won't think it's good. It has to definitely have inspiration behind it.
And where are you drawing your inspiration from?
Normally from, experience for sure. But, like, if I break up with someone, like, that is like song after song after song. And sometimes I feel like I date like horrible people without meaning to, because it gives me really good songs.
I love that. I just actually saw a stand-up with this guy, and he was basically so pissed at his ex because he's like, we had the most cordial breakup ever. How am I supposed to write a comedy bit about this?
It's so true. It really is so true. I think that's what it is.
Trash men giving us a lot of fuel.
I know, it really helps. For sure.
Who is someone that you'd want to collab with?
Oh my gosh. Well, my favorite band is the 1975. Have you ever
Oh,
listened to that? Yeah.
yes.
That's my favorite band. So probably them. I mean, I went to their concert a couple years ago, and it was like the best night of my life. Like, I was just freaking out. So,
I love watching live music.
yeah. Oh, me too.
As an artist, is that definitely how your choice of listening would be?
Yes, definitely. I actually used to, when I was younger, there's like this old barn in a small town near where we live. And they converted it into this big like music venue. And every Tuesday night they would have songwriters come out and perform like for an hour and a half just their songs and like talk about the stories behind them. And I went every single Tuesday for like 3 years. And I think that was like a huge part of like what really pushed me into doing this more seriously, because I got to sit down and watch these people do it every week and know like, oh, this is possible, you know, like, you can do this. So
because it's interesting, there is a shift, I feel like, in the industry. I'm curious your take, where a lot of the essence of live music has kind of changed, but that magic never really goes away.
No, definitely.
I feel like that's what makes you connect with the fans a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but what venues have you performed at? Do you like performing live? Or
I love performing. Yeah, I love performing. I don't do it as often as I used to, but I perform a lot around Houston. I haven't really played much out here, but I would like to. It's just one of those things that, like, with scheduling, sometimes it doesn't happen. But I do love it, yes. I used to do it all the time. I had, like, some places back at home where I would have, like, a almost weekly gig and just play there a lot, yeah.
Are you one of those artists that's shy until you're playing music?
Oh,
or
yeah.
are you extroverted?
No, I'm definitely an introvert. Like, I will be more nervous about talking to people after my concert than I am about actually performing. I'm, like, a different person when I'm on stage, yeah.
That is so cool,
It's
though.
weird.
It's like your superhero. It's your
My alter
Clark
ego.
Kent.
Yeah.
When you're off, and then you're Superwoman.
Sure. I'll take it. Yeah, that's a cool way to think about it.
I love that. Do you have any live performances coming up?
I actually don't really have anything on the books. I was actually offered this like charity kind of tour thing I'm thinking about doing, but I gotta find more information about it. But yeah, I'll definitely like post about it and keep everybody updated.
But you're more focused on getting kind of a full body of work out before.
Content and recording and writing. That's definitely what I focus on more.
When did you first know that music was going to be your thing?
I mean, I really knew when I first started, but I was so young that it was just kind of, you know, I thought, well, I get bored really easily, honestly, like jobs, people, like I just will like run out of patience.
too.
Yeah. And so I thought for a while, I was like, well, this is something I love. And I was 9 years old. And then like 3 years later, I'm performing all the time. And then 3 years later, I'm loving it even more. And then now I'm like, it's never, I don't think it's ever going to change, you know? I just knew, I think I've always known that's what I want to do, so.
Isn't that interesting how it could be the one thing that sticks, but for people like us, because I feel a similar way, where you're worried that you're going to fall out of love with it, but it's not. There's one thing that sticks with it.
Yeah, I'll write a song and be like, that was it. I'm never going to be able to write again. Like, I have writer's block. I'm never going to be able to write another song. That was the last one. You know, I write more, so.
Last question, when you're not doing music, what's your interest?
Like I said, I love doing hair and makeup. So I used to work in a hair salon, and then I wanted to focus more on music. So now I try to do both. But I do a lot of people's hair, especially like family, which is fun. And then, yeah, I mean, mainly it's strictly music. I travel a lot, which is really cool. So that kind of stuff. I drink a lot of coffee.
Oh my gosh. You're a woman of my heart. I swear, I love coffee. Are you more of a sweet type coffee, or do you like black coffee?
I wish I was one of those girls that could just drink like straight black coffee and like be really cool like that, but no, definitely not. Like I also don't love like super sweet like frappuccino stuff anymore. I'm definitely like a medium. Like I'll do sugar in my coffee and then that's
some cream.
Yeah, some cream.
Same. Well, we're definitely gonna have to get some coffee.
Yeah.
Until next time, where can people find you and keep up with your music and what you're giving out to the world?
Definitely follow me on Instagram at the Mason Ashley, and then subscribe on YouTube at Mason Ashley on my channel. That's a good place to.
Yes, and definitely check out her last video if you haven't. Show and Tell. It's on YouTube. It is so amazing. I'm so excited to see the rest of your work.
Thank you.
You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thank you.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.